We are live. Hey everybody, welcome to the show.
Welcome, welcome, welcome all. How you doing, Headstones? How you doing, Sassy since birth?
Welcome everybody.
Welcome, everybody. Make sure to mute myself for a moment.
Yeah.
Cool. I always have
Uh
to. I always do the muting of the video before.
oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's echoing.
Um
Um. So, Tony.
before we start, I just want to make it very clear. We are reacting to this.
Oh, one
We are
moment.
yeah, go ahead.
Just let's read your back chat.
Oh, okay, Sabi. Maybe I should just start doing that from now on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will.
While
This
Tony's doing that,
is
yeah,
for
he's
entertainment purposes only. This is our opinions. We do not wish any malicious acts or anything towards the people we talk about. We're not about that. And if you're about that, we don't need you here. We
yeah.
really don't. So we're just going to talk about the facts. We're going to react. And it's simple as that. And y'all are welcome to join us and share your opinions,
In the chat.
in the chat.
Uh,
Yeah.
not all. But yeah, this was
Hey,
kind of
Julie.
a shocker. I think I saw this happen like on the Glare. The first time I noticed it was the Glare talked about it. And ever
Mm.
since then, everyone's been talking about this whole lawsuit. A great live recently today was by Down the Rabbit Hole News. We react a little bit to that, little parts to it. But basically, she does invites a guest who is an attorney for Critical K, like the attorney that sued Critical K, and he
Uh-huh.
gives his opinions on the case and discussions. Very educational, and very informative. I thought it was very interesting because, in my mind, I was thinking it's just simply a open and shut case, but there's a lot more complicated things and more tactics to it. But pretty much, if you don't know the story, Brian Upchurch basically came onto the scene with
Excuse me.
into this case discussing about Ronnie and how suspicious he with the phone call he made to Ikamel looked, and everyone was giving praise for that. And then eventually, he just every video got more and more conspiratorial to the point where he started just accusing YouTubers and even the family of the missing girl. One video where he went after Zanime on a live stream with All American Dream Chaser, or whatever. He basically insinuated that he basically said that she, possibly had something to do with her dog being deceased by just implying that she was visited there, and then they found dog bones, and then he says, "No, I did not say that. No, I did not say that. But he basically said it. Then you have a situation where he grabbed a piece of paper and did like change the name a little bit, and basically had like I sell kids, or with Ikamel's name, accusing him of being some sort of sex trafficker. He accused Burden of Proof of being Zanime at one point and also a sex trafficker. He accused Ronnie Jones of being part of it, of the whole thing, and of murder. He accused Justin for All, with the guy with the moo who hangs out with Molly, of being part of the plot. He accused Molly Golightly of being part of the plot. He accused I would
which this is the funny thing too. Before we go any deeper, Ryan Upchurch is a this was his first time dabbling into the true crime.
no, it was not. He
Well,
did it
not the
before.
first time, but this is the time where people were like, okay, this is weird. Like this, like there was
No,
like
he
too
did it.
much.
He was weird
He
before.
repeated. He was weird before, but normally his channel and what he does
Hi,
is
BJ.
just country rap. He's a musician, and I'm not here to judge his music. People like it. There's some people who like it, some people who don't. That's where his channel is basically his country rap.
Yeah, basically he does that. That's his main job, and his YouTube channel is where he basically is self-published singer. And
Yeah.
while he was doing this whole true crime thing, he accused everyone of these various crimes. At one point, and famously or infamously, he accused that Kylie Rodney wasn't real. He accused that the family and the grandparents were not real. He accused them of being all actors so that they can basically scam due to a GoFundMe scam. and that and then he allowed he would have a bunch of his crew basically look up people's homes addresses and backgrounds. He even did that on the day after when Kiely was found, like that, not the day after, but when Kiely was found afterwards, he was like doxing the father of the deceased girl,
It
and
was a
trying to,
lot.
and he was doing multiple things that were just really fucking terrible. I
Right.
even talked to Ryan Upchurch. I talked to him on Queen Bee. He was basically kept on pushing that it was a GoFundMe scheme, even though I logically tried to explain to him that for you to run a GoFundMe scheme, you would need to make more than $60,000 to pay everyone. But of course, he did not want to listen, and he did the old obvious bullshit where he's like, "Why? Prove it. Prove that she's real. Show me a video." What the? I mean, like, and
It's
even
just
and when you show him like a video or a
yeah.
photo, it's like he doesn't want to acknowledge that existence because
No, it
he's
doesn't
still,
fit his narrative.
yeah. And I sat there and it's just crazy. So now he's being sued by the family, the grandfather and the father. The mother is not being part of the suit because obviously she is not emotionally strong enough to actually go through such a thing because you have to go
She's
through a lot of
healing.
depositions. Yeah.
Yeah, she's healing.
Um, it's interesting that one point I think is very telling is that people are named in the lawsuit like Ikemel and Zanime, and that the lawyer was talking about how that might be kind of an invitation to those parties to join the lawsuit against Ryan, or
Yeah.
it could work against them, whereby like the courts can be like, "Yo, we don't want you to have multiple lawsuits for the same thing. Let's we'll dismiss it without prejudice," which means they can bring it back. But that was an interesting thing. So we're going to play this little clip to show you a little bit of the insanity of Ryan Upchurch. I'm not going to play every clip. This is the only clip I'm going to play maybe another clip of his like
Yeah.
discussions afterwards. But if you want to watch every single clip of the crazy shit that this guy has said, you can watch Joneson. Joneson
Yeah.
did a live where it was great. She basically went through, kind of laughed at all the ridiculous shit he went through. We discussed it
Oh
in the
yeah, I
past.
saw some of those videos last night.
Yeah, we discussed it 11 months ago. We went through those videos. So
Yeah.
we're just going to play this just to give you an idea of how crazy this guy would be. And then we'll go on to other videos. And then we'll just continue on.
Yeah. Hey Faithful.
Hey, people. How you doing,
Hey
Zen?
France.
Hi,
Sticky
Sticky.
Lightning Hippie. Yeah, I already said Faithful. Sorry. Just want to make sure I say hi to everybody. Welcome.
Okay, so I'll just start playing it,
Yeah.
and we'll get
I'm
started.
glad that I'm me, Look at all these illiterate, stupid motherfuckers.
This is from a person who couldn't spell corruption. Just say, I'm sorry I'm pausing at 7 seconds in, but I just need to correct that.
All over the internet with their true crime channel. You hear that? Their true crime channel. You couldn't investigate the gate of an investor's house. You are like those dumbass puppies, the ones that run around with their tongue hanging out of their mouth cross-eyed. The puppy's cute, but it's still fucking stupid, The government is watching this right now, and they're probably scared. Not scared of anything bad. They're probably scared on how unintelligent society is. I mean, look at y'all and y'all's conspiracy theories and all this shit. And you can tell that a lot of these true crime YouTubers, they've never thought for themselves in their entire life. The Galore, the dude's never completed anything. I mean, look at him. He's in his basement wishing he was a Hardy Boy. Tony Dodge, dude's fucking clueless. He's never been in a fight. He's never been in no drama. He's probably never been arrested. Nothing. He's vanilla. Send him a Shogun. Hell, I'm not even going to say nothing about that dude. It is what it is. Let's let him live in his own little world. He loves Britney Spears and playing with action figures. Let's let him just keep thinking.
Now, the Glare was the one basically calling him out during this whole situation. Obviously, everyone knows that. Cinema Shogun, especially, as well. All American Cloud Chaser, he dropped out of because a situation occurred where he eventually turned on him. And what the situation was is that he accidentally, All American Dream Chaser, showed his email, and it had like a spam of gangbang or something like that. And basically, Ryan basically said that it had to do with rape. And it went to this whole ridiculous debate that Laura went into, saying that gangbangs are rape. And
I remember that.
And basically, they were trying to accuse him of being some sort of secret rapist or something. And it was just, so now he turned on him. So that was right after that situation. So yes, eventually he got a little bit of a taste of medicine, All American Dream Chaser, for what he did to Zanime.
in the world's all gumdrops and cotton candy. I'm cool with that. We're now living in a society where it is okay to be stupid. I don't think it's ever okay.
Yes, we agree. It's okay to. I agree. There is a problem. The society is okay.
Is he speaking to us or is he speaking to himself?
Yeah, he's
That's
speaking
where
about
I'm
himself.
confused. That's where I'm confused. I'm kind of like,
It's like,
are you talking to me? Like, I know you're looking at me right now, but is this a me thing or is this a you thing?
Yeah, I mean, like, unfortunately, we agree, Ryan. It's a problem.
I'm so confused.
We agree. We absolutely agree on this point, Ryan.
To be stupid, because stupid things might happen. And to fix those stupid situations, it needs people who, aren't stupid. Now, the people out there that don't like me and get irritated by me and stuff, I know what you're probably thinking. You're probably thinking, well, why the fuck you think you're so smart? It's actually the problem. I don't think I'm smart at all, but I'm starting to feel smart. And a lot of older men and women have commented on my channel. And listen, when an older person's talking, you just listen. And I've had hundreds.
I'm older than you, Ryan. You never listened to me.
Of older folks that's older than me be like, it's the common sense thing. Common sense. Now people who have common sense are now looking hella smart. Because the world is having less common sense every fucking year. While people that are in their 40s and 50s are commenting on my stuff, being like, hey, church, just don't even worry about it. They'll never understand, dude. Like, it's a common sense thing. I'm over here fucking, yeah, trying to argue with them. Wham. I shut my mouth for 2 seconds and I learned something from them. I mean, they're right. If anything, they reminded me. What am I arguing with these other people for? The people I'm arguing with aren't smart enough to understand what's in front of their face. Literally, in front of their face. Yeah, the actual definition of literally. Not using it every other sentence. Another comical thing is thinking you got me. Got me? What do you mean you got me? You're not bothering me. If you were bothering me, do you think I would go in depth for 2 weeks and make all these videos of different angles of scenarios of what possibly could have happened? Yeah, that's to figure out what happened. And look, I know why. And look, those of you that are mad that have true crime channels, I'd be mad too if I've been having a true crime channel for 5 years straight every day of my life, and a damn musician just walks in, smoking a joint, drinking chocolate milk, and does more work than y'all in 2 weeks than you've done the entire time you had your channel. It probably makes you not even want to do it anymore. And if I was y'all, I would quit doing true crime. I mean, how embarrassing. Your job is you get paid to not solve murders. Damn. I mean, there's people that go to school to be private investigators.
Yeah, you're not supposed to solve murders when you're a true crime channel. I'm sorry
to say, true crime channels are not detectives. And I've been saying this for a long time. Just because you watched Don't Fuck with Cats doesn't mean you're a fucking detective. Don't be one of those armchair detectives.
I mean, he's literally an armchair detective. He's sitting in his fucking armchair trying to say, I'm looking into facts. I'm trying to figure out things. And I'm like, I'm drinking Yoo-Hoo. And by the way, a guy in his late 30s drinking Yoo-Hoo.
Don't. I'm
saying it. I'm even saying it to you. I'm saying it to you, Tony. Stop drinking the Yoo-Hoo.
Delicious chocolate water from the gods, and I'm going to enjoy it. God damn it!
Fuck. Get off the show. I'm gonna have to kick you.
Investigators who do all this stuff to build these skills in their head to be private investigators, and they get paid less than some fucking asshole YouTuber who sits on here and just points everyone in the wrong direction. That's fucked. And listen, don't even say, oh, well, we're just reacting. No. Reactors react to movies and reactors react to songs. Do you see the chain of money going down the line? That is a service. A reactor who reacts to a song is making money off YouTube, and he's also promoting the artist he's talking about to make them make money. You see how that helps people? Helps put money in pockets that's supposed to be in pockets? Yeah, true crime people who don't know shit, they just yell a bunch of stuff and conspiracies and point at other people and go, look, they're on drugs, they don't know nothing. Your job is to be dumb for a living.
Yes, sounds like he's speaking about himself because he basically spread conspiracies and bullshit the entire time. Like the fact that he looked at an image of I think it was an image of Kiely Rodni, and he noticed the teeth were like, the image was like blurred in the teeth a little bit. And he's saying that this proves it was fake, but actually it was just a filter because she had braces on. So she used a filter to remove the braces from her teeth because it was like a feature.
And most teenage, or anybody who has braces, you can have braces and be in your 40. They would do anything to take the braces off.
Yeah, but that's like a special feature, and he basically insinuated that it's like, oh, it's a conspiracy. She's not real. It's all this, and you sit there like, holy fuck. You got Dolly Vision also agreeing with them, like, oh, that's weird. That's weird, man. That's really weird. It's like, bro, and then it just took like some guy named Psychobabble just to say, yeah, it's just brace. It's just an app to remove the braces, guys. It's not fucking anything. It's not rocket science.
Hey, Nene.
Let's just call it what it is.
Grandma.
Then you got the ones who actually do care and are actually trying to figure out something. Those are the ones you need to follow. That is Plunder. You can figure out shit by watching her stuff because she only puts factual stuff.
I agree. Plunder's good. I agree with that.
I never seen
Girl.
Oh my god, let's listen to this one.
Oh god, this is not going to age well.
Plunder. You can figure out shit by watching her stuff because she only puts factual stuff on there. Zav girl, I sit here and watched her the other night for a freaking hour in the same little spot on Google Earth, doing everything she could to find where this car was parked.
It was an accident. No, remember, guys, because a lot of people comment, like, why are you assuming she's driving? I'm not. That's just, I think it's more likely that she did drive and it was an accident, but I'm still open to the foul play. So I just want to repeat that again.
See, she's open to suggestions. She doesn't close anything off unnecessarily. Man,
Oh, that aged well.
I think that's what his latest video was talking about. He was making fun of those people, the true crime detectives not going out there like boots on the ground, that they're going on Google Earth. And I think he was throwing shade at Zav there. The video he posted yesterday.
I don't know about that. I think you're being a little bit too generous to Mr. Ryan Upchurch.
No,
Zav girl
no.
obviously disagree on who drove the car.
A chameleon.
It's fine that we disagree, but us both being open-minded and able to communicate and talk about the situation to come to a conclusion, that's what solves stuff. Do you see me going, Zav, she's freaking wrong? No. Do you see her going, well, I mean, fucking, he must be on drugs? No, because she knows if you want to find the truth about something, you have to look at it at different aspects. You can't be biased to the situation. Another person that I like watching lately is Behind the Wall. She sometimes says, I don't really
Oh, fuck.
I am
agree
so
with Upchurch,
confused.
but I'm going to keep that an open mind and see what this leads to.
GoFundMe thing, I think, was weird at first. So I think it got broke down a little bit better, but I'm still not sure. But I think it's interesting that it came out after he put it on his video. I'm just going to say that technically it wasn't a reward fund.
These are the people I want to watch because
They were referring to the GoFundMe, basically. Basically the GoFundMe, I believe, was also to. I think I stated this wrong, but I think the GoFundMe was to try to raise the award fund to try to find Kiely Rodni, and he presumed to assume that they basically were going to do a GoFundMe scam, and it was run by some giant organization or a cabal of people to basically try to scam.
Yeah.
And of course, voices behind the wall. We all know her reputation. Let's just say that much.
Hey,
I
Jasmine,
can find out more stuff
Vernon.
that I maybe wouldn't have thought about watching these people. I can't learn nothing from the ones in the beginning that I talked about. What are they going to ever do? You think what are they going to go down for? Oh man, that Galore, that fucking Hiroshima Ninja, or whatever the fuck his name is. You're going to have this channel the whole time and never figure out anything. Do you want like a round of applause at the end? What do you want? You're not doing nothing. Anyway, moving on with the video. There's two things I want to say. One, even criminals report crimes. And also, sometimes when you question something and there is no answer, the answer is there's no answer. Sometimes the victim looks so much like a victim and everyone is claiming that this is a victim that the people looking for who hurt the victim are going on a wild goose chase without looking at the victim. So with that being said, everyone telling me I should be ashamed of myself. How dare you say that, oh, this is faked? Show me that it's real. Show me proof of Kiely Rodni. Show me proof of Sammy Smith. Show me proof of Mag. Show me proof of those people. Show me proof of Ronnie. Why don't you try chasing down who Zanime is or Ikmel? You can't tell me who any of those people are. You're not going to find shit. Now, look, I do see the dumb people comments. I don't really comment back to them that much because they're dumb people.
Now, do you see how ridiculous that statement is? This is to you and to the general audience.
Yeah, I don't know who he's talking to anymore. That I'm still stuck on that because I'm kind of like, everything you're saying, you're self-deflecting. That's what you're doing. I just don't get it. And then how do you not know that this is real? Are you saying our whole government is fucking lying, and the police and the FBI and the special
For $60,000. That was
$60,000. Yeah, that.
And I try to explain to him,
nothing.
like, I shit you not. And I'll drop. You know what? I'll drop the link to the Queen Bee video. You guys can watch it where Ryan Upchurch jumped on Queen Bee's channel. Here. And you want to, I think it's time stamped on the bottom, but you could jump on, you could just go to, I think he jumps on like 4 hours and 40 minutes, Mark.
When was this video that we're watching now made? Like how many months ago?
1 moment. 11
months ago, Jasmina. So this was during the whole entire heart of the whole conspiracy theories on poor Kiely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the video I dropped is from Queen Bee. That's when Ryan Upchurch jumped up and was defending his dog shit arguments to me and to everyone else. And also when a bunch of his sycophants jumped up and also defended his bullshit arguments. It was and I think after he jumped up, the live was actually 11 hours long, and we were on, and he didn't jump on until 4 hours and 40 minutes into it. So he was on for like 5 hours, Ryan. So it's an interesting live for anyone who wants to watch. But let's continue with this.
Yep.
Well, I see the comment where people's like, "Oh, what are you, Alex Jones?" I don't know what that means. What does that mean? If you're asking me if
hasn't that aged well?
That didn't age at all. This is bad. This is just horrible.
What am I, Alex Jones? Well, you're lucky you don't reside in California. Let's just say that much based on that
Right.
attorney.
This is basic. He is basically the YouTube Alex Jones.
Like
At this point.
like the Walmart Alex Jones, like the cheaper
Well, basically bargain bin. Yeah.
bargain bin Alex Jones.
Right next to the Mortal Kombat DVD and like some that.
Definitely the bargain bin Alex Jones.
I'm another person. The answer is no. I'm Ryan Upchurch. If you're asking me, is this a war on information? I'm going to say yes.
How do we know you're Ryan Upchurch? Prove that you're Ryan Upchurch. We need to know if you're Ryan Upchurch. Like, do you realize how ridiculous that is?
Don't get him going.
Prove that you live in America and that you don't live in Russia, and this is some sort of part of some sort of Putin's plot to make America weaker. I want proof, man.
Good.
I mean, that mustache, like that little beard thing, looks kind of like what someone in Russia, Mother Russia, would wear. I don't know. We need to prove that you're American. Prove to us. Show us your passport. Show us your birth certificate to know that you're really Ryan Upchurch.
Because misleading information is what is letting these people get away. Don't you see that? I mean, if you want to sit in the comments and make Alex Jones jokes, I mean, go for it. You're welcome to do what you want in the comments. But here we're talking about facts. And the fact of the matter is, GoFundMe is a fucked up business to individuals who use it like fucked up people. Of course, GoFundMe is used for good reasons. You know, somebody in the neighborhood, their house burns down and they can't afford it and they need a little bit of help getting back on their feet. Whatever, that's fine. But do you realize that you can be a millionaire on GoFundMe by catfishing people with internet deaths? You could do it fast as fuck. Look at the Kiely Rodni GoFundMe. It's made $63,000 in the past 7 days. That's one GoFundMe for Kiely Rodni. If you have 5 GoFundMes for each individual person that you catfish fake a death with, all you need is 3 people. 3 people, 3 viral stories. You're a millionaire in 2 weeks. Now, that might raise red flags and there might be discrepancies in you getting your money. But you see how I just said that and explained that? That will be taken and interpreted by people who are in on the scheme that are getting a cut of the money. I mean, why wouldn't they defend it? It's free money. It's free money. It gets the heat off of you because everybody's looking for a bullshit person that you made up. Because why? Because you pushed a car in the lake? Okay. Well, you didn't commit a real crime. So to the person that's doing it, it's an internet crime. It'll be okay. And more than likely, they'll be getting...
No, it's not.
It's getting...
It's a crime.
I don't know how he can so easily, without any feeling, say these things. Like,
well, I mean,
do you get what I'm saying?
I think, like, honestly, I don't think, like, a lot of people. I was watching the Gotcha Man reply today, and I kind of like he changed my mind a little bit with certain things. Like one of the things I think I agree with him that he's changed. I don't think Ryan actually gives a fuck about this lawsuit. I think to him it's not a big deal. I think to him, I think he has enough money where he's just like, whatever, it's just fun. I don't give a fuck. I got sued again. Who gives a fuck? You know, and also I think the state he has, basically, it's going to be a tougher case because basically the emotional distress they were explaining in the state that Ryan lives is capped at 750 emotional. And like in that state, you have to prove like some sort of like financial damages. And that's a lot harder. But there's a possibility that they might try to push it to a California court. And if there is no cap in California. So, I mean, I kind of hope that they push it to California or some sort of thing or a situation because it's federal. They use those types of rules like that. You know, it'd be quite bad for Mr. Ryan Upchurch if that's the case. But if it's in Tennessee, I think the max the guy's going to lose is probably, you know, realistically, I don't think the guy's going to lose more than $1 million.
Yeah. Tony Adderall.
Way.
Yeah. No, see, I don't think he's on. That's the thing. I think he's like, I don't think he takes like hard drugs or anything. I think he smokes pot. Everybody smokes pot. Let's not shade that. But I think it's the lack of Adderall that is making him this manic. You know
I mean, also the gun in the background is not very helpful. In the
no, I always hated that. Like, is that a power thing? Is that like, I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know why he has a gun in the background, but you know, knowing how violent he is with cars, I would probably not be a good idea.
If everyone's led in the wrong direction, so in their mind, they're just going to get a bunch of free money in 60 days. You see, and this is the part where people are like, how dare you accuse AWP of doing something like that? Did those words come out of my mouth? They didn't. Why are you saying dumb, stupid shit that ain't real?
Yeah, at one point he claimed that AWP went in there and he was accusing AWP that they saw that the cops kind of threatened them and they didn't want to really say anything to kind of AWP because they didn't want to get into a bad situation, so they got out of there. So yes, that's why he's referring to
Oh
that.
yeah, I remember that in the whole car thing.
Yeah.
The other car thing.
But think about this. If you and your heart are going to look for a little girl and you drive all the way to this fucking town and the police are like, hey, don't look over there. And you're like, okay. And you go look over there and you dive underwater and you see a body in there. And if you've seen something that ain't right and you get out of the water and you're surrounded by all these fucking cops that just told you don't look in there, what are you going to do? How are you going to feel? You're probably going to be like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Well, according to AWP, they would go immediately to Facebook before telling the parents and post that they found Kiely Rodni before they identified the body. So they didn't seem very scared when they made like the B-roll footage when they recorded the grieving father secretly without telling him in certain points and reporting it to social media. So probably it kind of blows a hole in your whole they feared the cop situation. But
yeah, AWP knows that I put the Hellcat up. I ain't heard from him. AWP knows what I said if they didn't want the Hellcat, which I still am going to donate to them.
They got one of the guys did get the Hellcat, and I think Jared personally got $100,000 given to him. It went to the AWP, but it was given to Jared.
We've contacted
by
their
Ryan
managers and everything. We're not hearing nothing back.
Oh wow.
What does that tell you? If they're good guys and they don't want to take no one's compensation, what does that tell you? Look at the press conferences. Everything's fucked up for a reason.
Well, Mr. Jared had other issues at hand, especially the allegations that he's facing with his cousin, and in court. So maybe he was more concerned about that, and that's why he wasn't showing up, Mr. Ryan Upchurch. Maybe if you actually.
Oh yeah, that's right. That happened near
that's
this time.
That's why he didn't show up that particular time, because he was dealing with that person, Mr. Ryan Upchurch. It's always funny, like hindsight, when people get everything fucking wrong. It's like JT when he got Jim Terry got every fucking thing wrong. And it's the same thing with this guy. He got every fucking thing wrong.
You have to put all those pieces together, because what I just told you is the most plausible explanation that I could think of.
And it's funny that all the friends that you made with like Zavgirl and AWP are kind of like scumbags. Like that guy, Jared's a scumbag because, you can read the court filings for that situation. We won't get into that.
No.
You can and then Zavgirl with the Gansdouch autopsy photos, what she did in this case, what she did with Dylan Round's case, what she did previous to that, and also how she basically made she didn't even really apologize when she just came back to YouTube yesterday. She basically sat there and blamed Queen Bee for basically, they attacked me, and then basically said Brian Enton, I'm not going to really look into Brian Enton because he doesn't report, completely was okay with the fact of what she did and says, whatever, yeah, it looks like
she officially came back to you.
Yeah, she posted yesterday. Yeah, it just seems like all your friends are pretty fucking scummy people. Just saying, Ryan. All the people you recommend.
Right now. If not, show me proof of the party.
You know that the party that I told you. And just want to point out that there is no pictures of the people that we're talking about at a party. I just got to throw that out there.
Okay, well, at least, I know for a fact that there was at least one party out there. Because, so I have a video. I do have a video of this.
Oh, yeah, so this is the part where Zanime tries to explain to him that there was a video of an actual party that happened that day. And basically, Burn Approved showed the video. It was basically, I think it was, what was it? I'm trying to remember. It was like Snapchat or something like that, where you can just go on maps and see videos and locations, something like that.
Yeah.
And she saw like this, I think on like a family party. I think it was Mexican, Spanish, Spanish people.
It was a festa.
A festa, yeah, and it was like a family barbecue type of deal.
Yeah.
But basically Ryan takes this, and this is his reaction. But anyway, that's how Burn Proof got accused of being a sex sex trafficker, and also being Zanime at one point, because basically Ryan Upchurch did a search on YouTube and did filters for that particular name and Zanime, and then it came up with Burden because Burden was talking about the video, and basically went to her video and saw a porn bot on the bottom, one of those 18.
They come here sometimes.
And then made a video accusing her of being a sex trafficker and using YouTube comments as a secret way to communicate.
And that's the video from the Snapchat.
So are the in it, or anybody that was talking about Kiely in it?
Well, they're probably witness and interviewed by the police. So at this point right now, all we do is speculate. Until the facts come out, it's just like the same thing with Brian Laundrie and Gabby Petito cases. So it's right now we're just speculating, right? And once the fact comes out, we'll
But you
know
can't
who's either right or not.
But you can't speculate that a party exists if there's nothing to speculate it to exist.
But do you have proof that the party didn't exist?
It doesn't matter. If it doesn't exist, it didn't happen. You can't just make a party happen.
If you have proof.
No, you don't understand.
Just like I don't have proof the party existed, and then you don't have proof
you
the
don't. Hey, listen. If there's no party, you don't have to have proof of it not happening. You have to have proof of something happening. You don't have to have proof of nothing happening. Doesn't make sense.
I want one single solitary 2-second video or a picture of Kiely, Rodni, being at this party, videoed at this party, videoed with her friends, pictured with their friends at their school. Hell, give me a picture beside her car, the silver CRV. You can give me.
Did you pause it?
Oh, sorry, I was mute. At this point, Queen Bee actually offered to show him the photo, and he never took the opportunity to take the photo. This guy
He has an issue with.
No, he knew what he was doing. He knew. I mean, the court papers actually respond to that, and he knew exactly what he was fucking doing. And he didn't want to be proven. He just wanted to fucking troll. He wanted to troll a grieving family, in my opinion. He wanted to use a grieving family as content to troll the internet and to troll people. And he had like reckless disregard for the family, and it's really fucking disgusting. And what really has disgusted me more than Ryan Upchurch is a lot of the true crime channels that basically sat around and decided it was okay to just let this motherfucker on and proceed to just spew this bullshit and actually target the family, and then proceed to continue to collect money while doing it. That's what pisses me off, actually. And even to this day, you have some channels that are defending him, stating freedom of speech, freedom of speech, freedom of speech. Not caring, and then these same channels will sit up and say, well, we care about the victims of these crimes. No, you don't. Every time a victim is fucking brought on this platform, you all fucking just first you pretend to care, and then you target them when your content starts running out. And that's what you've done in every single fucking case. And you did it in this case, and you always will do it in the future, because you guys are fucking just fucking hyenas. You people, some of you people are fucking hyenas. And I'm not speaking about the good ones. I'm speaking about the bad ones. And you know the bad ones.
Yeah.
Because you see, if you know, it's like you all are fucking like little hyenas, and it's like a zebra, an injured zebra. And you see it bleeding in the fucking, in the plains of Africa, and you all smell blood, and you all just start running in to tear as much fucking flesh from that bleeding zebra. And that's how it is. Just that's what you are. You fucking see, you look for tragedies, you smell blood, and you all rush to see how much fucking meat you can pull off, not caring at all about the victim. And that's how I feel about it. And I think Ryan Upchurch was a huge opportunity for a lot of you to make a lot more money, because you realize that, oh, yeah, we can use this guy. We can just let this guy just sit here and spew his bullshit, and his audience will toss us money, and we could just let him attack the family while we pretend that we're actually doing some sort of investigation, while we pretend that we're asking questions. No, that's wrong. I'm sorry, but when you start like accusing the family of being in a plot, of a scam, accusing the family of not having their daughter real, and when the family asks you to stop, you don't stop and you continue making lives. When you have the boyfriend, Sammy, being fucking followed and doxxed because people believe that he murdered him. And by the way, AWP, what they did to that kid was fucking terrible as well, insinuating that he was somehow responsible for the murder of his ex-girlfriend, having videos lives attacking Sammy and making it look like Sammy was the fucking murderer as well. Yeah, that's a problem. And that's a fucking big problem. And I hope a lot of you people get like sued. And I hope Brian Upchurch loses this case, but not only loses this case, but loses it maybe like some sort of venue in California or something where like the rules of California apply instead of Tennessee. Because like honestly, I don't think this guy has shown to me in his past 2 videos that he does not give a fuck. And that actually aggravates me more and more, because I sit here and I say to myself, this is a guy who just sat here and still does not give a fuck about the people he has fucking destroyed. But meanwhile, he wants to go on live after live and sad fish motherfuckers about how his friend in his business operation backstabbed him. He wants to sit here fucking crying.
Yeah,
he wants to sit here and cry about his mom. He wants to sit here, but meanwhile, this guy won't show an ounce of empathy for the fucking family. So yeah,
how hard is it for these people just to be like, I'm sorry, I'm just sorry. That's it. That's all. That's it. I was wrong. I shouldn't have said that. I was a horrible person. I will grow. Nobody takes
Well, he had his
accountability,
chance.
and I understand freedom of speech. Everybody has freedom of speech, but you don't have freedom of consequences from that speech.
Well, you know what? He had a chance because apparently it's like a toll. Let me just pull up one moment.
Yeah.
Let me just scroll. Basically, they had a meeting beforehand to try to work it out.
Oh, okay.
Because they try to have a meeting, and basically it's to what the lawyer explained that allows them to. It's like a toll. Let me just look up some sort of a toll agreement or something like that. I'm trying to remember. But they had agreement to basically they met. They try to work it out, and it allows them not to have statute of limitations gone, because in that state of Tennessee, slander has a 6 months statute of limitations.
Right.
So, for instance, let's say you said something that was slanderous right now in Tennessee, you would have 6 months, and if they didn't bring the case in 6 months, the case, they can't do that anymore. Yeah. And apparently, because of this, meeting, it kind of extended the slant, like the time limit, limit statute of limitations. Thank you. So that's the situation. So they did, and it just broke through, and now they're going to court. So it seems like they did try to actually
mediate it,
but he did not want to mediate it. He did not want to do anything. And I'm pretty sure the family would have been okay with a fucking apology and taking down his videos and maybe some sort of like, monetary, giving some small amounts of money for the business that he fucking fucked over, and how these guys had to go into hiding and buy security systems so they wouldn't be hunted down by his fucking deranged audience, who even would hunt down his own mother if he says something like that. That's how deranged these people are.
Oh, the mother with the houses. Yeah.
Yeah, they were hunting her down.
Oh,
I mean, listen. And he doesn't even say to his fans, hey guys, my mom is my mom. I get it. She fucked me over. But he's just like, whatever. Who cares? Let me just stoke the flames. But anyway, let's continue this part.
None of what I just asked for. It doesn't exist. If you on the other side of the screen think you're so smart and know every fucking thing, and I'm an idiot and this should be so easy for me to figure out, go find what I just told you to find. And don't show me that bullshit video of Jagger. I've already found out that that's not real.
See what I mean? Like, he showed a motherfucking picture, and this dumb motherfucker doesn't want to accept it.
Show me real proof.
Show me that you're real, Ryan. Why don't you show me your birth certificate? I want to see your birth certificate. I want to see your social security. And I actually know what? I want you to mail it to me, because I don't believe, the video. You could have edited it.
Proof of Kiely Rodni existing and Sammy Smith existing. And like I said, don't be like, oh, it's obviously a human. Yes, I know. Show me proof of these people with their names actually existing. It's easy, right? Okay, well then show me these things. Show me a picture of her beside her CRV. Show me of her making a video in it. Show me anything that indicates this is real. You can't, because it ain't. It's a scam. Why do you think the cops ain't saying nothing? They're fucking embarrassed. Wouldn't you be embarrassed if you just went on this big fucking search for somebody and...
Nope. So are they embarrassed or are they corrupt? Tell me which one, Ryan. Tell me which one. So yeah, that's basically his insanity that he basically went through. So now he's being sued. Now, Down the Rabbit Hole News did a great video. Let me just put that up. That actually explains certain part. I'm not going to go through the whole video, but I'm just going to drop the link and people can watch it if they want. I'm just going to show you the parts, that the venue part, and let me see. And let me just drop in the chat. I really recommend people that want to educate themselves on defamation and slander and all that stuff.
Yeah, Grandma, that's how I feel too, Grandma. It's a secondhand embarrassment. I'm like, just shut up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Down the Rabbit Hole did a great video. And this, by the way, this is Better Ask Matt. He's the attorney that represented the people that sued Critical K and successfully won. So he's, he knows what he's talking about. He knows about these types of lawsuits, and he explains all very good detail. He doesn't, you know what I mean? What really is interesting is that he didn't just immediately say, oh, Ryan's fucked. He actually explained very much in detail the issues that could arise, that for instance, let's say there was a slap law situation where that, he explains that. It's a very interesting video. And obviously we're not going to go, we're just going to watch a little bit of it. And I suggest people actually watch the whole thing and go to the channel and hit the like button and watch, because obviously Rabbit deserves it. She does great interviews and she does really good work. And she does definitely need appreciation when it's needed. Because when people do stuff like this, it's really informative, and I like it. Let me see. So basically, it's stating the facts. I'm trying to get to the part where he's okay. So
that's a basic overview of what's going on. Law rubric. Okay, we're going to analyze whether they're just state law.
Okay.
Then we're going to throw in or whatnot, and then also we're going to address a touchy topic called choice of law. Disclaimer: I'm not giving anybody legal advice, but I would anticipate that Ryan Upchurch and his attorneys might be considering doing. Okay, I may be wrong. I didn't sleep at a Holiday Inn last night, so I don't know. In paragraph 23, 24, and 25, we have a statement of parties, and it describes that they are from the different states, and then we have the issue here about $75,000. They're going to be suing for more than that. Okay, and the reason that number is critical is because that literally is in the statute. If you sue for only $75,000, you cannot get into federal court. If you sue for more than $75,000, however great or small that is, you can, as long as you have complete diversity. Now we have a paragraph here about venue, and that basically venue is the selection of the courthouse, the specific courthouse that hears this case. And in this particular circumstance, they're saying that the Middle District of Tennessee is the proper courthouse for this, as opposed to the Western District or the Eastern District. Okay.
Okay.
Now number 28 is a curious one.
Yeah.
Curious one because it talks about a tolling agreement. Now, a tolling agreement is where the parties enter into an agreement and they say, okay, we are going to agree amongst ourselves to extend the statute of limitations so that you don't have to file suit now. You can wait and file suit later if you want to. Now, I said I practice law in Tennessee. I also practice law in Mississippi. My home state of Mississippi does not allow for tolling agreements. So this is something I've never, ever gotten involved in, because since the bulk of my practice is in Mississippi, I operate on the presumption that you don't.
Wait a minute. Pecan says he is claiming he hasn't been served and there is no lawsuit. Well, I mean, I suggest he talks to the court, because it's filed, so he's going to be served eventually. So there is a lawsuit.
Don't do tolling agreements. But
And this tolling agreement shows that they were in talks.
Tennessee allows them. And in this particular circumstance, you have to ask yourself, what does that mean? Well, first of all, that means that Mr. Upchurch already has a lawyer, and that Mr. Upchurch's lawyer has already been talking with Messrs. Robertson and Rodni's lawyer. Okay. And so there has been some form of negotiation that would trying to extend the statute of limitations. And as I believe Team Brittany has asked, if there was a tolling agreement, doesn't that indicate that they tried to previously settle a dispute? And that is correct. I think that's what it means. I think it means that, okay, look, we have a short statute of limitations, and pretend I'm the plaintiff's attorney. I don't want to have to file this right now. And I don't want, because I know this is going to be a big stink and it's going to make it all a big mess for everybody. I would rather hold off and not filing this now to preserve the statute of limitations. You, of course, get the benefit as a defendant of not having to have this in the press and having to worry about it. Plus, I think we might be able to work something out between now and then. Now, obviously, something didn't work out and they weren't able to do it. And given the fact that we're approaching the first anniversary of Kiely's untimely death, it leads me to believe that they were approaching the statute of limitations in other areas, and they just wanted to go ahead and cut their losses and make sure that we just go ahead and file this.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking. Now, in Tennessee, you have a 1-year statute of limitations for libel, but you have only a 6-month statute of limitations for death for slander.
Now, just to skip this part, basically, he's saying like the written, they give a longer time period, and slander is basically like what the words being said. So let me just jump that. Let's jump to the next part.
He just released a short. Okay, I'm gonna check out the short.
Check out the short. So it basically shows that he knew what he was basically saying was slander. With that, dude, be careful, you're gonna get sued for slander for the real. And he says they can slander these nuts. LOL. That's Ryan Upchurch.
Oh, he made a video 20 hours ago too.
Yeah. So I mean, like, I think like it shows that there's going to be a big fight. Basically the sum and substance, and I would suggest people actually watch the live. Just put it back in the chat.
Oh, good Lord.
I would suggest people watch the live from down the rabbit hole. And it basically sum and substance is it's not going to be an easy case. I think it's going to be issues where, Ryan has very good lawyers, I'm assuming, and there's going to be a fight in the courtroom where what the amount is going to be, like if it's going to be the amount going to, because there's a cap in, emotional damages, $750,000 in Tennessee, and in California is not. There's also a situation where they named Icamel and Zenime in there and the thing is they might say, hey, these are other parties and they should be brought in as well. and it might be. And this lawyer basically said that might be an invitation to them. So maybe Zanime and Ikamel want to contact the Kiely Rodni's family to join in on a lawsuit. Maybe, who knows? And there's other things. I mean, like, I think, obviously you should watch it, and we're not going to go through. I just wanted to show that highlight what the tolling
Oh,
agreement
good
thing
Lord.
was. What did Ryan put up?
Basically, he's saying the investigators can't investigate and they don't know what's going on. I was never served. We need to get Scooby-Doo. Basically, summing it all up for you. He's just... And he's I don't know.
Well, when you're in a tolling agreement with the attorney, then you basically know that you're being sued. So
Yeah,
I don't know what magical world he lives in where he doesn't realize this, but anywho.
he needs the papers. He's going to deny it and deny it.
Well, he can deny all he wants. He wants to go there and deny everything. He can deny everything he wants, but he's still going to be... Watch.
You have to take a moment of silence and just watch the clip. Because it was like, what the hell? Like, what's going on here?
Let me see, Ryan Upchurch.
Sorry for the silence. We just got to see the video because
I'm just going to play it.
Crazy.
Fuck.
Oh, you're going to play it? Okay.
True crime. How y'all doing today, baby? Probably not as good as me because I'm the first best investigator ever. And man, y'all might need to brush up on, y'all's investigating skills. I see all these investigators being like, look, y'all, Ryan's being sued. I called my lawyer this morning, bro. I've been served with nothing. So I don't know, dude. I guess you got to go do some more investigating. It appears you got some clues wrong somewhere or something. And I mean, hey, this is coming from a guy that don't mind getting sued. I've been getting sued forever. So
that's not something to be proud of.
For me to be like, it's going down, but I don't see it. I mean, I'm the guy who has to get the papers. I don't see shit. Hey, go call Scooby-Doo to help him. True crime. How y'all doing today, baby?
That's
it. It's just me because I'm
Let me see. Yeah, it looks like he's being sued. Like, I'm looking at the papers right now. Yep, you're being sued. If there's about a 29-page complaint, you are 100% being sued.
And if your lawyer is telling you otherwise, you need a new lawyer. I mean,
you might need a new lawyer. If there's a 28-page here, if everyone doesn't believe me that he's being sued, I'll put it in the chat.
I think he wanted this to be silent, and he didn't want people to know. And it could have this could have flied by without anybody knowing. But
Happy Monday, by the way, guys. Yeah, I mean, like, the guy's full of shit. He's just playing games. I think the whole thing is just playing games at this point.
This is fun for him, and it shouldn't be fun for you. Have a good career in music. Why are you going to try to self-sabotage yourself, getting involved in other, genres of YouTube? Stick to what you're good at. And that's just it.
Yeah. Since Ryan wants to make a joke out of the things, we'll just make a joke out of him right now. Let's play Menace to Sobriety's video, and we'll just play that.
I don't think I've seen this one yet.
Okay, here's the Menace to Sobriety's video. Please subscribe and hit the like. I'm going to play it a little bit. He's the guy that does the voices.
Oh, yeah, I know. Okay.
I'll just play the part I like, and you guys can watch the rest. I don't care. Let me see. But yeah, I mean, basically, he's just playing the dumb game because technically he might have been sued. He might have been served, or he might not have been served yet. But he's being sued, and it's just a matter of time. So this is the guy. He does this voice. I'm going to play a little bit at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. There we go. You're good.
Is an Upchimp, so my. Today we'll investigate the case of the elusive Upchimp, and we'll break down the intellectual deficiencies that evolution cursed him with. We've got many types of creators on these streets. Some are majestic, powerful, and command
good Lord.
Bengal tiger. Creators like the Crackhead Mel, Rabbit Hole News, Zilthi Goosey, and Christina Randall. Others are like the stunning blue and gold macaw. They grace us with their colorful personalities, powerful voices, and giant peckers. Folk of Queen Bee and a Hive, the Nerd Bird Mafia, and Kennel Ray. The true kings of the jungle are the talented lawyers who cross over from the law tube community. They keep the community informed and in check with their powerful knowledge and intellect. Much like the mighty lion, when they roar, you best ought to listen, or you may become their next meal as they chew you up and turn you into a meal. Lawyers like Sarah Azari, Peter Tragos, Emily Baker use common sense and reason to explain the law and the filings in order to keep the conspiracy theorists at bay. Wild ass is also prevalent in these YouTube streets. Many feel that some culling is required in order to maintain the fragile balance.
Wild asses.
That was a good collage.
That's a good collage, like fucking JLR's pointing at Zab Girl. Like, yep, right there. You got Laura literally in the shadows, literally trying to steal some.
This is the sad thing though. These are the people that are representing true crime. When real true crimers make amazing content with respect. You know?
I will say that Betty did call out Ryan Upchurch on his bullshit on that particular time. I seen that, but you know,
that doesn't count.
Well, it counts. It counts.
Between good and evil. The face of true crime isn't always pretty. Many creators are utter monsters. But one rare species would enter the community in late 2022 that would baffle even the most seasoned of content creators. Enter the Upchimp. The Upchimp spent his time flinging poo and jumping up and down while battling
good lord.
He made up crazy conspiracy theories about a missing girl and her family. The Upchimp was recently sued by this poor girl's family, and we have had the opportunity to study him in order to try and make sense of his behavior, or lack thereof. I'm David Attenborough, and this is my investigation into the elusive Upchimp and the inner workings of his frontal cortex.
All right, guys, you're gonna have to watch the interview of the Upchimp. He does like a little bit of like a interview of Ryan Upchurch. Here, I'm not gonna play the whole thing. I just want to figure out how to play that little part. But that's Ryan Upchurch, the Upchimp.
He did kind of come out of nowhere, and we were all like, "Well, what's happening? What's going on here?" We were like, "Who are you? What do you do?"
I'm a country singer. Country
rap singer.
Country rap singer.
He liked Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't want to insult Jelly Roll, but you know.
I'm not a country person. I'm sure his music is really good. Ryan's is really good. He has a fan base based on his music, not his true crime.
Yeah.
So that says something. It's just like, why would you stray from the formula? It makes no sense.
Well, he strays because he uses the controversy to get people to watch. So basically, after a couple of months of silence, basically, my guess, because he was during his tolling agreement and also suing his mom, he basically makes this response. This is his first response to the true criming detective. And I'm not going to play the second one like he did yesterday because I don't think it's necessary. We'll play this, and then we'll play another video, which is very interesting, which is Checkmate Humanity, which actually explains why Ryan Upchurch and all these other content creators do very well on YouTube. And and you see another hole. You see a lot of holes in Ryan's walls. That's another hole. The video we saw before that had another fist-size hole. I'm assuming that he has to pay a lot of money to people to repair all the fist-size holes in his house because he might not be, I don't know. But I'll let people decide on, speculate on how those fist-size holes get there.
I mean, if we're going to do conspiracy theories, then do conspiracy theories. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me just look at the chat. It is on Smart TV, making it easier for them to fools get money from buttheads just like them. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Let me see. Laura is still so proud to be Molly's friend. Well, I mean, Molly's gonna... The knife's gonna eventually come out eventually for her. We'll see.
Yo, I'm scared. The YouTube crime community is coming for me. What am I gonna do? Bunch of fucking Inspector Gadgets. Y'all know.
Yeah, no, he has a tattoo on the side of his head that says "Mama didn't try hard enough" or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, just wanted to point that out.
Oh, y'all are not real detectives, right? You're laying on your bed in your underwear going, I don't know, guys. What do you think? Sheesh, really getting to the bottom of shit, huh? I mean, there is a reason y'all are trying to be like murder solvers on YouTube. It's okay if you leave 5 little stick things out of the triangle game at Cracker Barrel. Everybody's different. I mean, I get it. Can't solve your own problems. So you're like, look at me, guys. I'm a really great problem solver. I'm investigating things at places. Oh, yeah.
That explains mostly his life. You couldn't solve the problems in your own home, so you proceeded to try to solve the true crime problem. Try to do
Wait.
that.
Is he even talking to us anymore?
Yeah, he's talking to himself.
He's talking to himself again.
Your mom is like you couldn't manage your business. You let your mom manage the business. You weren't paying attention. You have a very short fuse emotionally. You still stunted like a child, where you have little hissy fit and tantrums, and you can't solve your own problems. So you proceeded to come here to pretend that you're important because you had enough people that wanted to blow smoke up your ass. And and now it's catching up to you because now you're angry that people have finally seen the real you, which is basically a emotionally stunted man-child that drinks Yoo-hoo at the age when he's about to turn 40 and doesn't really actually solve anything and is, the emperor has no clothes. So.
Grandma. Sorry, I was reading what Grandma said.
How you doing, George Beach? He's
Hey.
definitely a man-child. Yeah, he is a man-child. He's emotionally stunted. I think the issue is that he got success very quickly when he was young, and it's stunted him completely. He has not grown emotionally since he became famous. And because a lot of people like to blow smoke up his ass and say he's the greatest, and even his fans.
It validates his craziness.
And it validates his bullshit. And the truth of the matter is, one day he needs to be checked by someone. I don't know, someone.
Maybe this lawsuit is the.
I doubt it's the lawsuit. I think he's taking this as a joke at this point. Unless he loses a lot of money, which I don't think is the case. I think he's probably going to stay in the state, like the money. And I don't see him losing more than $1 million. I mean, $1 million would be massive. Like I couldn't imagine him losing $1 million. But that's like the max. Like that's like huge. But it's probably going to cost him a few $100,000. That's for sure.
Investigate. I'm the best investigator. I type keywords in the search bars and click enter. What I mean when I say
that's exactly what he did with Burden of Proof. He typed search engines. He also used Google Maps to basically, and not realizing Google Maps are taken, years in the past, and those images are old.
It's very rare they update.
So when he found the CRV parked in the father's, I think, garage or like a parking lot and around there, he assumed that was a current picture and that he found the CRV or whatever.
Does he not know how Google Maps work? I mean,
yes, he does not.
Do you
know
guys
how
see a Google? Do you guys see a Google self-drive car in your hood all the time?
Yeah, I mean, like either that or he knows, and he just knows his fans are just that dumb, and they'll just believe anything he says, which is true. A lot of his fans are that dumb, and they will believe anything he will say because they don't think for themselves. As much as they sit there and they proclaim that we think for ourselves and we're independent thinkers and all that shit, they're not. They will only talk about what's the most popular opinion in their little group because, number one, they're scared about being ostracized and being challenged and having people challenge them, and they're cowardly. You know what I mean? That's how it is. It's tough to be the one guy that sits on a panel or sits in a situation where literally everyone's coming at you and calling you a fucking idiot. I've been there multiple times. I've been there when Brian Upchurch jumped on the panel, where I had some of his fans jump into the fucking live stream, come into the fucking chat, and say how much a piece of shit I am. But you know what? That's for someone who's independent. That's someone who's like willing to jump into shit and just no matter what. But Ryan, nope. All your fans, nope.
I go to these places, I look at all the best quality pictures. I hike the Appalachian Trail. Mm-hmm.
Well, at least he said it correctly. Better than Laura. She tried to say alopecia, but she said Appalachia. She had Appalachia. So at least he's smart.
I'm sorry, but I'm also like,
On Google Earth, went to Street View, had to click it 651 times. My finger was very damaged at the end. My fingernails held up pretty good, walking all those digital steps. At one part, I hiked like 320,000 clicks with a hangnail. What you know about pain? The things you do to be the greatest investigator. Such a good investigator. I'm going to make an investigation station for all races to solve all problems at all places. Search all the nooks, crannies, and
Wait, did he say to? Wait, what?
He's trying to spit right now.
No,
That's
wait,
what
wait,
he's
wait,
doing.
whoa. For all racists.
problems at all places. Search all the nooks, crannies, and space. Investigator. I'm going to make an investigation station for all races to solve all problems. The greatest investigator. Such a good investigator. I'm going to make an investigation station for all races to solve all problems at all places.
Yeah.
Search all the nooks, crannies, and
You
spaces.
get it,
Analyze
don't
every
you?
statement.
Yeah.
Search for clues, even if it's in the grass, water, or pavement. Bars. Something YouTube investigators don't put criminals behind because you don't know how to investigate nothing. You're not a good investigator. You ain't no investigator. You couldn't investigate a refrigerator for motitators that you put in there yourself to save it later.
I went there, y'all. I did. I went all the
He
way
did
there.
go there, y'all. I seen him go there with my own screen. I'm absolutely right. He's
Mhm.
absolutely right. Everybody's absolutely
Absolutely.
right. I don't know what he
Absolutely.
did. He go somewhere. He
Kind of reminds me of himself when he was on those live streams and he basically was doing that. All his fans were fucking.
It's fucking insane.
Let me see. Poor Shaggy. Yes, poor Tim. He's about to say box someone. Box someone. Who's he gonna box? Can he box Boston? Can you box Ryan Upchurch?
Oh, what is it, Zertak? Watch what he says. Yeah, he's just.
We have to do a GoFundMe. So like we'll have to see like maybe Nick can box Ryan Upchurch.
Nick, we could do that. Nick,
you know, you're
interested?
6'4", so I mean, it'd be a very. I mean, I'd pay for that show. I'd 100% pay for that show.
Well, somewhere.
He
He
probably went to spaceship with his Illuminati
friend.
You could say that. Apparently, there was lots of footage yesterday on TikTok of a bunch of true crime channels just fucking going nuts. Apparently, I don't know. This is what I hear. Apparently, about 11:05 true crime channels spent 11 hours going live yesterday making fuck up church videos. And my shitty day just got better. I was like, hell yeah.
I know, this is what you
all day
want.
on Saturday for adults. And I ain't seen not one of them.
He's seen them all.
He's seen them all. If
He
you
watches-
if you made that short just a little bit ago, obviously you've seen them.
As a man who's seen this guy jump on every single panel he could, he sees them all. This guy watches fucking videos like crazy. He might even see this one. Who knows? Anything that has his name on, he might watch.
Forgot I don't watch cartoons. I only watch documentaries. I mean, true crime could be a documentary. Look, see, here's my crossed fingers. They don't document nothing. They just read stuff that other people read. That's all. I mean, I seen them, like the thumbnails, and I was like, God damn, look at all the time these motherfuckers are wasting doing something I'm never going to look at. And I know what you're thinking.
Now, Tony, what do you think of his pupils?
I don't want to humor the whole drug thing.
You're like, I don't want to say.
The thing is though, when
Are
I
they
smoke
big?
when I smoke pot, my pupils and cannabis is legal. I don't know if it's legal there, but if it's legal in a lot of states, then apparently it's not bad. And I'm talking recreational wise. So I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon about drugs. If anything, I think my opinion is I think it's a mental disorder, and it's not that he's on hard drugs. It's just he needs drugs. He needs like something to calm
So you're
down.
like the opposite. You think he needs drugs.
I think he needs to center himself a little bit. He's very out there.
All right, so Tony's endorsing drugs.
I am.
Oh fuck.
And I know what they're thinking. This is the part where they'd be like, oh, quit acting like you don't see it. No, I see the thumbnail. I purposely don't click or watch any seconds of the video.
You know why I do that?
Because I'm an extra ass.
Whoa, that sounded so fucking creepy with the.
It did.
Something I'm never going to look at. And I know what you're thinking. I know what they're thinking. This is the part where they'd be like, oh, quit acting like you don't see it. No, I see the thumbnail. I purposely don't click or watch any seconds of the video.
You know why?
That's some creepy shit, man. With the fucking porno mustache and the fucking shitty beard.
Do that?
Because I'm an extra ass motherfucker. Click or watch any seconds of the video.
You know why I do that?
Let's do those.
Because I'm an extra ass motherfucker. Because.
You know why I do that?
Because I'm an extra ass motherfucker. And if I wanted to be an extreme asshole,
I can't with him. I just can't.
I'm an extra.
I would order a lie detector test, hook it up to myself, and then I would say, I've never seen these videos. And it would be like, he's telling the truth.
Lie detector tests don't work that way, sir.
No,
Wish
they
you'd
don't.
actually do research.
Yeah.
Just to make him this much more angry.
You don't need to do that shit. It's not that important.
This is all
Okay?
Upchurch's wrongdoing. It's him. It's his fault for the universe. I'm an asshole. A lot of these true crime channels
We do agree on that.
are people who drag really simple words out really long and do their hands like this because they're like, look at me. I'm sounding and looking real smart.
I wish he
So my
would take
fingers
the
are crossed
chew
again.
out of his mouth.
Well, I mean, when he has to eventually go to a doctor, and the doctor explains to him how bad long-term chewing tobacco is when he turns 50, well, you know, he'll do that.
Andrew Tate's because I know what's going on. Sad people. Kind of like watching kindergartners play with the plastic food. They're like, look, I'm cooking. See me cooking the plastic fake food?
Yeah, Ryan doesn't know how to cook. He eats only fucking microwave dinners and stuff like that. And the only person who cooks for him is his girlfriend, or his mom used to cook for him before he sued her.
I'm a good cook, aren't I? And you as the adult, you're like, so good. You're doing fucking great. Where was this made at? Oh, in China? Goddamn, I thought it was Olive Garden. Kind of the same thing, but with lazy adults. Then again, thinking and trying is really not my thing. Like, bro, you know how easy it is to get your like investigator license? Get off your couch.
No one's an investigator. They're just people
No.
talking about the story and trying to spread awareness for a case or a missing person. Okay,
Unless you're Dolly Molly and Blood
obviously.
Daddy.
Okay, what happens is that you have a group of people that focus on missing people, and then they go into maybe talking about the court cases that occur and watch them, and then you have people that actually talk about current events cases, and sometimes that's where it gets a little bit dangerous due to a lot. You can easily slip, with the speculation because, a lot of new information comes in and it takes time to verify, and mostly you're just reporting on what's being said and trying to disseminate it all. But the problem is a lot of content creators are fucking lazy and they don't do any disseminating because they either, like Dolly wakes up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon smoking pot and drinking fucking Starbucks coffee and then comes on and just goes live and just talks out of his fucking ass. Or Molly, who's just like, I don't know what time she gets up, but she gets up and eventually eats her meal while she's live streaming. Or Justin puts on his muumuu and his wig. And they really don't do any sort of like dissemination of the information, figuring out if it's actually true or verifying. And they spread the rumors and misinformation, resulting in defamations and also resulting in the family being accused and random people being accused because they don't understand the importance of their position. Because once you gain a certain level of subs, 300, 400 people watching you live can really fuck up someone's life. Because 400 people, if they really focused on one motherfucker, can really fuck up that person's life.
Yeah.
But people don't realize the importance of actually disseminating information, just like you, Ryan. That's why you're being sued. So that's the situation that's occurring right now, Ryan. So yes, that's the true crime. No one investigates. No one goes on the scene. Anyone that tells you that they actually investigate a crime, they're either lying to you so they can grift from you, or they're just delusional. Because, you could be boots on the ground to like maybe do a search. Like if someone's missing, you go onto the ground, that's one thing. But like investigation, like doing like a detective, is not something any legitimate true crime channel will ever tell you that they do, because it's not. That's why I have an issue with Zav as well, because she actually believes that she's detecting, that she's doing stuff. Like she believes that's her job. And the truth of the matter is, it's not your job, ma'am. Your job is to report on facts and information and disseminate from the facts from the fiction. But you don't do that because she's lazy and because it's easier to be a fucking piece of shit that spreads rumors and misinformation than to actually disseminate information, and you don't get as much views and clicks. But you know what? Eventually, when you get your fucking cease and desist and get sued for defamation, then you're going to start thinking to yourself, kicking yourself in the ass. Just saying. So let me just look at the chat. Tony. All right, I'll see you around, Frank. You have a good one.
You have a good one. Keep safe. Nick says, he said up here, he said, beat him when you can go back to when he starts rapping, and when he says cops listen to what he says, what the says right after. I want your guys' take on it.
Let me see.
Read stuff that other people read. That's all. Forgot I don't watch cartoons. I only watch. Say that. Apparently there was lots of footage yesterday.
All the way.
Something YouTube. All ball problems at all places. Such a good investigator. I'm going to make an investigation station for all races to solve all problems at all places. Search all the nooks, crannies, and spaces. Analyze every statement. Search for clues, even if it's in the grass, water, or pavement. Bars. Something YouTube investigators don't put criminals behind. But YouTube solve problems. The greatest investigator. Such a good
Wow.
investigator. I'm gonna make an investigation station for all races to solve all problems at all places. Search all the nooks, crannies, and spaces. Analyze every statement. Search for clues, even if it's in the grass, water, or pavement. Bars. Something YouTube investigators don't put criminals behind. Because you don't know how to investigate nothing. You're not a good investigator. You ain't no investigator. You couldn't investigate a refrigerator for moldy taters that you put in there yourself to save for later.
I went there.
Okay, no, I didn't hear what you were saying.
Yeah,
Tommy.
if you have a timestamp, Nick, then we'll go to the timestamp. I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I mean, like, no, I would also say to the point where, no, it's not a YouTuber's job to arrest people and put
It's
them in jail.
before he said it's before this.
Oh, well, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, I mean, he goes on to this delusional rant that basically, like, highlights himself about how much,
43 seconds.
43 seconds. Holy fuck, Tom. Holy fuck. Let's listen to it.
That's what Nick is saying.
Oh yeah, I investigate. I'm the best investigator. I type keywords in the search bars and click enter. What I mean when I say I go to these places.
No, I don't hear it. But yeah, anyway, I'm just going to go back to this part. All right. Let's go back to normal speed. Well, 1.25. But yeah, I mean, like, guy's full of shit so far. I don't hear.
So don't worry, my fingers are still crossed down here. Today's gonna be really exciting. Wait, time out. Hey, add creepy music so it adds suspense to this already extremely.
I mean, like, basically, he did the same fucking thing. Let's see, Galore or Upchurch. Let me see. Here. You notice, like, something very interesting. He's not wearing glasses, but, like, during the Galore, whenever he went on panels with Galore, he would put on these glasses to look smarter.
Oh, I have no idea about that. Like, I won't read into that deep.
Well, he wasn't on glass. He didn't have glasses when he was on panel with me. He didn't have glasses.
There's a lot of people who don't wear their glasses 24/7.
I'm just saying. The guy fucking puts on glasses whenever he wants to pretend to sound smart. So I don't think it's when he does the hand gesture. He's kind of
So is
talking
that the
about
next conspiracy theory? The glasses are not real.
No, I'm basically pointing out that, like, him putting his hands like this and he's commenting how that people pretend to be smart is exactly what he's doing with his glasses.
His Clark Kent, Nick. His Clark Kent. Oh, it's a different video. Okay, sorry.
Allegedly, we are going to click play on a video that's going to tell us news that is not new. It is in fact old because I'm telling you. Don't worry, I'm going to act like it's new information that I found by myself. Don't worry, my fingers are still crossed down here. Today's going to be really exciting. Wait, time out. Hey, add creepy music so it adds suspense to this already extremely suspenseful video with non-new information. All right, go. I'm going to inform you about information you've already been informed on. In this video, I'll only be crossing my fingers. I won't be saying any personal thoughts about it because I wouldn't want to mess up a case that's so important for my non-existing career that only exists to me in my head. Me? I'm a professional investigator. Here's my crossed fingers to prove it.
See, told y'all right there. The
Proof,
proof is in the
proof.
pudding.
Always,
His
always
fingers are
inside
always
it.
crossed. What do you expect? Ain't those like the most straightest non-gay fingers? That's how you know it's the truth. There, no lie.
It's broken!
Demolished.
It's broken!
Incinerated.
It's broken!
Oh, true crime community. I see you true crime creators out there popping that booty for Papa Upchurch, and views are up. Only thing that sucks is true crime. I'm not dead or murdered or involved in a crime. So what are you true criming? I'm just curious.
We're
True
talking about
there
how
is a lawsuit.
yeah. Also, we're talking about how you basically inserted yourself in a case, acted a complete fool, allowed a mob of your idiot followers to harass an entire family, an entire community of people, and then proceed to basically defame multiple YouTubers during a case of a girl who accidentally died during a car accident. Or would it be considered that? Yeah. And then once the girl's body was actually found, you continued to fucking attack the family and spread misinformation about the family. So yes, we're talking about you because you did this. You inserted yourself in the situation.
You became very tacky.
And instead of actually proceeding to like some sort of like hindsight and realizing that you got caught up in the moment and actually apologize for what you've done, you double down and actually have no remorse for any of the actions you do, because unfortunately in this country, people that have money seem to like lack a certain, like yourself, you've lost touch with the plot. I believe that when you were younger, you might have been able to, when you didn't have your money, you might have had more empathy. But now that you have all these people kissing your ass and you have money to basically hire lawyers, you don't really give a fuck about what people think, and you really just don't care. But you really don't care that what you put you put this family and these people through fucking hell, and you're just a scumbag. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's just my opinion.
How hard is it to put your camera on and make a sincere apology? You know you were a little bit crazy back then. You know that you were a little bit, so why not just say sorry?
Yeah. I mean, the guy's just like a pretty real piece of shit. So, anywho, I mean, like, when I sat down with this guy, he was completely unremorseful about every single fucking thing he said. Everything he said he was completely unremorseful about it. And he still is unremorseful about it. Because he knows Kiely Rodni's real. He knew that when he actually said sorry to the parents about like when they found like condolences and and then he condemned the true crime community for it. He knew he knew she was real, and then the next day he's like, "Oh, she's not real. Prove that she's real." You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And then everyone, you don't get every single YouTuber just sat there and was okay with it, But when he was gone, they all just when the opinions changed, they all hid. But now, like when he came back a couple of months after that, when he disappeared, they all changed their opinions again and says, "Oh, Kiely Rodni was murdered," or "Kiely Rodni's not real." It just gets to the point where you sit there, and the conspiracy theory still lasts there. I mean, I listened to Team Rose, and she was like literally stating that it was like a CIA plot, and this was all planned and all that shit. And I just think like people, I mean, like people like Ryan and people who support Ryan, this is why a lot of families do not want to go onto YouTube to tell their stories about their families, because heavens forbid if the case ever gets picked up by the YouTube algorithm and by a bunch of people, shit like this can happen. I've seen it happen so many times. I've seen it happen with Dylan Round's case. I've seen it happen with the Kiely Rodni case. I've seen it happen with Quentin Simon. I've seen it happen so many times where a situation where a group of, these people just fucking completely destroy everyone around it and the families, and everyone just does not care about the actual victim. And it's horrible. And like you got Ryan Upchurch just joking about it like it's a fucking game. And it's not a game. Real people's lives have been affected. And I mean, unfortunately, this is the most that the family can do. The most the family can do is sue and try to fight so that maybe another family doesn't get fucking abused by Ryan Upchurch. Because he can't do it again.
That's the thing there is that Kiely might not be the last. So something has to be done now before it gets too much.
Yeah, he could just come back and do this to another case.
And it's not right. It's not right.
Now, an interesting video.
There's no conspiracy in this statement.
Meanwhile, there's another video I thought was good, was called Checkmate Humanity, that talks about, she used to work for, I think she used to talk to Google, I think work or basically advise Google like in certain things, and she understands like the algorithm, and this kind of explains a lot of the situation when it comes to the algorithm. And I thought it was a very informative video, and maybe explains how Ryan Upchurch and all these channels blow up with the conspiracies and all that. He is making fun of himself. He looked like a total maniac and did all things he is making fun of. Yes, everything he said, he basically made fun of himself.
He was deflecting. Like he was literally all the videos that we've seen right now on the show of him talking about, you know, lies, conspiracy theory. It's everything he's done.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know what, Leo? If he wants to mock other creators, why doesn't he mock Zav Girl? Why doesn't he mock, you know what I mean? Like, all the creators that let him go on to his panel, on their panels, and let him spew the most biggest bullshit. Biggest bullshit in the world. Okay, fine, I'll look it up. Nick. I mean, you got to have a little bit of responsibility. I mean, I was watching Nonsense's video with Tyler Feller, and I noticed that, like, Jim Terry would just talk and talk and talk. And Tyler Feller just was checked out. Just let him just say everything and never questioned him at one point. It's lazy and it's irresponsible when you let people like this jump on. And you need to just these people need to wake the fuck up. Because you can be held liable.
Yeah.
If someone jumps on your panel and starts spewing this. And you need to say to these people, you need to like kind of outweigh it. A great video actually that talked about the lawsuit was like Sleuth Mom. And she basically tried to appeal to people and say, listen, do not go for the conspiracy theories and attacking families. Try to fucking grow slowly. Stop with this crazy stuff. And there were some people getting mad at her. I've seen some people defend Ryan Upchurch, say it's freedom of speech and all this. And I sat there and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Isn't this about the victim? Isn't it about this person? It's just terrible. So anyway, let's just go to play this. I won't watch it.
So we have some breaking news. I'm suing Ryan Upchurch.
I have a dark riddle for you. What do you get when you combine a country singing YouTube star with over 3 million subscribers, a new set of country music tracks to promote, a breaking high-profile true crime case, and a conspiracy-addicted algorithm? You get Ryan Upchurch sued by the family of Kiely Rodni. And you get a bunch of other YouTubers saying, it's about damn time.
Let's give Kiely Rodni's family a round of applause in the chat, please.
Because let's face it, there's a growing tension between true crime and conspiracy on YouTube. That is to say, conspiracy content is starting to dominate true crime content on social media. And Ryan Upchurch's participation was just the tipping point. Every time a big true crime case breaks, there's a corner of YouTube wearing tinfoil hats in the shape of true crime sleuths and investigators who twist every case fact into the puzzle piece of a vast conspiracy involving innocent citizens, police, and other YouTubers.
I have screenshots of this guy threatening to swap me and all this kind of stuff. People in my chat are saying that they're getting doxxed by I don't know who, but when he comes in, this stuff starts to happen.
And they don't give a crap who they hurt in the process. And guess what? If you've seen my videos, you know what's coming next. YouTube not only didn't prevent that from happening, they wanted it to happen.
There's a big goal of YouTube recommendations to make.
Now, I have a question, Tony. Do you think Google should have been named in the lawsuit?
See, that's the thing. Google, I really can't answer that.
I mean, I would think like Google basically reckoned because he blew up. Like at the time when he started doing the Kiely Rodni stuff,
Yeah.
I think he only had like 207, about like 2,900,000 subs. So he gained like almost 200,000 subs.
I mean, if they're actual, let's be real. When you gain so many subs so fast like that, like you're gonna think, is it really people?
Which careers he chooses has zero to do with me. For one, he's going after a PI SF investigates, not a creator. Not sure what your statement. You're talking about SF investigates. He went. That was one of the people he went after. But he went after Ikamel. He went after Burner Proof. He went after Zanime. He went after the family of Kiely Rodni. He went after Sammy. He went after Ronnie. He went after I'm trying to remember if there's anyone else he went after. He went after a lot of people. So there was a list.
He went balls out. He really did.
Yeah, and he would change his theory about who was who and what was what. It was just crazy. Oh, he also went after Molly, and he also joked. I don't know. He also claimed that Molly and Justin for All was part of the conspiracy as well.
time. So it's to maximize the amount of time people spend watching YouTube videos. So doing the recommendation is one of the most tricky parts of YouTube because you need to compute for every single person the best video to show them.
And therefore, they tuned the algorithm to encourage it to happen because it makes them money. There's no conspiracy in this statement, folks. Conspiracy theories are YouTube's bread and butter. And there's no law preventing them from pushing that content into our feeds disguised as something more benign like true crime. Ryan Upchurch isn't even a true crime creator. He's a country singing artist and popular YouTuber who had some new music to promote right at the time when a young girl named Kiely Rodni went missing in Northern California, and the internet was going crazy trying to figure out what happened to her. You can almost picture Ryan Upchurch sitting in his studio searching trending topics on YouTube and seeing how easy it would be to jump on the true crime trending train. Ryan Upchurch may be a troll, but he ain't no dummy. So he knew that conspiracies play bigger and go further than facts, and he leaned in hard on that. I didn't even know the extent of how hard he leaned in until I read the complaint filed by Kiely's family. Before I read some of this complaint to you, I want to invite you to repeat after me for the betterment of all true crime creators and viewers on YouTube. Are you ready? Repeat after me. Conspiracy theories are not true crime. Conspiracy theories get attention, not justice. Conspiracy theories using true crime to get attention get lawsuits. Lawsuits about conspiracy theories involving real victims do not end well. Just ask this guy. In the weeks following her
Yeah, he lost like a half, what was it, like $500 million or some shit like that?
Yeah.
I mean, like crazy. Leo Lane, it's him and Tony. Yep. Correct, he did, and aware of it all. I was there, but he wasn't my focus. I get you. I think that, let me see. I think that the investigators he was talking on. Oh, okay. Him and Zavgirl kept it up for months afterwards. Absolutely. But yeah, I mean, like, this is what I think Supon was trying to explain, that basically you will grow quickly because YouTube will recommend conspiracy theories. You see, like, Harsh Reality basically does the conspiracy theories. You see a lot of channels do that. And it lets you grow very quickly because YouTube is recommending conspiracy theories, and people confuse conspiracy theories with actual theories. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Speculation, like an actual healthy speculation to actual conspiracy theories. I've seen that a bunch of times in scenarios. I mean, it's not. And people need to realize to differentiate the two. When you have a guy who's literally talking about, oh, I went on Reddit and I did this and I pulled up the Google map and all, and it's like, maybe you should be a little bit cautious when you're watching someone like that. You know what I mean? And and it can be very harmful to people. I mean, I had one scenario where a woman, husband, got lost in the ocean, duck hunting, right? And people were assuming that the friend killed him and was trying to go for his pregnant wife. And it was getting so bad that they were going at this wife that it was, she already had suffered one miscarriage before, and the stress was going to cause her to have another miscarriage because they were going at her. Because people were going on Reddit and making all these conspiracy theories that the pregnant wife had something to do with it, and the friend had something to do with it because he wanted the wife, and it was just so fucking terrible. But people forget, like, they think like their theories are just theories, and not realize that those theories, the victim reads them, and it stresses them out, and then some people will just call up and harass the person.
It's damaging. Pick and choose the conspiracy theories you want to add into. Like, if you're talking about aliens and Bigfoot and all that crazy government shit, go for it. But if you're talking about true crime, there's certain topics in true crime you shouldn't touch on. Dead kids and missing husbands and all this other stuff, that's not really nice. If you want to talk about, like, the Zodiac Killer, go for it. Like, that's an acceptable true crime conspiracy theory topic.
I mean, the key thing I would say is that you have to be very careful of the victims of a case.
Exactly.
And you have to be careful of the people around it, because it's not a TV show. Everything you say and do online could have ramifications on other people's lives. And, I find it sometimes interesting that a lot of these content creators are angry when people talk about them and their bad behavior, but they're okay with diving into victims of crimes and fucking with their entire life. It's just very interesting to me.
disappearance, numerous online posters began wildly speculating as to what really happened to Kiely Rodni. As it would ultimately turn out, Kiely died of drowning when her vehicle crashed into the Prosser Reservoir and became submerged below 14 feet of water. No foul play was suspected. Ryan Upchurch was a prominent figure in this wild speculation. After Kiely's body had been found, and after authorities had publicly stated that an autopsy had confirmed her identity, Upchurch uploaded several videos making outlandish claims, including that Kiely Rodni, Daniel Rodni, and David Robertson were not real, and that the entire tragic episode was a scam by Kiely's family to raise money on a GoFundMe website.
Ain't no fucking dead girl, bro. There ain't. The only crime that is going on is a scam to get GoFundMe money.
Upchurch also published images of David Robertson and further published Daniel Rodni's former home address to his 3 million subscribers. Mr. Upchurch has a loyal following of viewers who refer to themselves as the Creek Squad. Upchurch directed the Creek Squad to search for Kiely Rodni's vehicle and posted Google Earth images of Daniel Rodni's former home, falsely stating that he had found Kiely's car there. While generating hundreds of thousands of views on his videos relating to Kiely Rodni's disappearance, Upchurch promoted his own music, often uploading new music content between videos on the Kiely Rodni case. Barf. Daniel Rodni.
Yes, he would do his theory and then drop a music video. It was something that happened constantly.
Tacky.
Yeah, it was so fucked up because you're thinking like these are people who have, you're sending a hate squad to them and you're using this to get more views and subs and also advertise your songs.
Like, make a new channel. Like, if you want to do true crime or something, we said this before the last time we talked about Upchurch. Like, have one for your music and then have one for your, your episodes.
Yeah. But
essentially went into hiding and made substantial investments in home security, surveillance, cameras, etc. Several Creek Squad members made outlandish videos of their own. One self-admitted Creek Squad member named Julio made several videos under the moniker An All-American Cartel LLC. Julio posted videos of the Lost Trail Lodge, a vacation resort operated by David Robertson. In one of those videos, Julio
oh my God! It's this guy!
I don't know who that is.
Oh my God.
Who is he? Do you know who he is?
This is the guy we made fun with the teddy bear. On Point or something like that. I'm trying to say On Point. But he's the guy who made like the conspiracy theories. And at one point he pulled out a teddy bear and dressed himself all in black and put the hat on the teddy bear and started screaming at the teddy bear.
I do not remember that.
Yeah, so this is the guy that did that. Holy fuck. Yeah, now I remember this guy. J-Rod On Point. That's his name. J-Rod On Point. Yeah, this guy was with the crazy conspiracy theories constantly. At one point, he was also on Fueled by Coffee's panel, and also I think he was on Zavgirl's panel as well, jumping on with the crazy conspiracy theories. But yeah, holy fuck, bro. If you don't know, this guy is like literally like Queen actually makes fun of him. Basically, he's like she actually took like a part of him. It's like true crime community has been infiltrated, and it's time to celebrate. Yeah, that's him. That's
that sound clip.
That sound clip's from J-Rod On Point. Yeah. No, let's not Check It. Check It TV is not this guy. This is J-Rod On Point. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this guy is fucking bonkers and crazy. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. He was nuts. I mean, let me see the teddy bear. Let me see if I can get the teddy bear. I might have got it deleted. I don't know. I might have it saved. J-Rod. One moment. He might have changed his content. Who knows? Maybe he just stopped. No, he did not stop. Let me see. I gotta see if there's like a teddy bear. Give me a moment, guys. Give me a second. Tony, talk. Say something. Do something.
I have no idea what's going on around me, but I'm glad I'm here.
Oh, fuck. You just talk. Do something. God damn it.
Do something. Hi, everybody. Ryan ever said, I guess it's supposed to be even said who his idol is. I wonder who his idol is. Probably Alex Jones.
No, I don't think. I think it's probably going to be like a musical artist or something like that.
Yeah, if you want to get serious, obviously, it's probably like Eminem or something. But,
let me see.
We're joking. It's probably Alex Jones.
Yeah, I'm just making sure I got to be a little bit serious. I don't want to get sued by Ryan, There's enough
I think
lawsuits
he's got
coming
enough.
around.
I think he has enough going on, and I don't think he's going to sue somebody just because of an idol. His favorite idol is the Care Bears. He's not going to get offended. He is truly, absolutely a piece of shit, and I hope Kiely's family wins. It's the dirt road. Yes, teddy bear and the beeping smoke detector. God, yeah.
The beeping. And I actually like kind of like play. I just kind of like made like a little. Though I don't have the original clip. I had like the edited clip where I was just joking and I added like music to it. So here's the thing. I'll play it. Why not? I have it privated.
So we have here.
So I made an edit to put like him in hell, and I had like the background, and he's actually in the background, but I edited it so he wouldn't. So he was in the background in a black suit, like a black sweatshirt.
Yeah.
And this is the teddy bear. So this is supposed to be J-Rod, and he's supposed to be the devil. So I just made I edited this out to fuck with him.
Mm-hmm.
The street guy who believed in Lord Jesus wanting to quit the streets, huh? Hey, J-Rod, on point. Either don't die.
The bear is scaring me.
Do you?
The bear.
Do you remember who kept you alive for 45 years? And now you want to turn your back on me? Huh, J-Rod? On me? Bullets fly like in the Matrix. And I keep you safe.
Tony's like, what the fuck?
I'm so fucking
I
confused.
show you how to survive. I show you to pack it up and deliver, huh? And now you want to quit? You want to be a YouTuber? You fucking soft. J-Rock on point. Who the fuck told you that you could run away from Satan? Who the fuck told you that Jesus could keep you safe?
Poor Teddy.
It's not gonna work, J-Rock. It's not gonna work.
I'm so confused.
YouTube, gonna piss you.
Yeah, so basically he had this teddy bear, and the teddy bear is supposed to be him, and he's in the background, and I just edited it. This is what I was joking about.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find the original one because the original one's deleted.
Oh, okay.
So that's the thing. So that's the guy with the conspiracy theory with the that's J-Rod on point, basically. So that's our J-Rod. See the hat?
Yeah.
So that was his hat on the teddy bear, and he would have he does not put batteries in his fire alarm or smoke detector, and it keeps on beeping. So it is what
that
it is.
would drive
the
me
Rodni
insane.
Robertson family was performing child sacrifices at the lodge as part of a religious cult.
But you're the one that handling that Lost Trade Lodge like a cult. You. You think we don't know that? You think we're stupid, right?
Several Creek Squad members flooded the lodge's internet profiles with negative online reviews. The negative attention directed to David Robertson and his lodge caused him to suffer financial losses. David Robertson and Daniel Rodni have each experienced extreme emotional distress attributable to Upchurch's postings, compounding their already profound grief at the tragic loss of their granddaughter and daughter. As the complaint mentions, Upchurch was not the only person spreading these conspiracy theories. He is significant because he has a large platform and a very loyal following who parroted his theories in their own content and harassed the victims on his behalf. It was Upchurch and his friends who were implementing a conspiracy while Kiely Rodni's friends and family were just trying to get through the worst time in their lives.
Truth.
If you follow true crime on social media, you know that this is not a unique situation. There's a corner of YouTube that has put college kids in hiding with their
that looks like T-Rev's thumbnail.
Ridiculous conspiracy theories, and they will probably keep going until they see real consequences. They clearly don't see the pain of families as real consequences, right? When the Idaho murder
Jonathan Lee Richards investigates. we know about him.
Murders were breaking news, and they were still looking for a suspect. There was a flow of information from law enforcement and the families for them to make into content, and there was a lot of sleuthing to do about where the killer might be and who the killer might be. When Brian Koberger was arrested and booked, several channels quickly moved into conspiracy territory.
That's Crime Circus. The guy literally did interrogate. He would review interrogations, but now he's just full blown fucking conspiracies, like to the point where it's like I saw a makeup mobster actually review some of his work and some other content creators, and they like, yeah, this guy gets shit wrong constantly.
He's strange.
Yeah, so, but it's because he's grown so much, and people like. It's very easy. All you really need to do is to confuse people, is to make things overly complicated and just start spewing a bunch of a bunch of things, just unrelated or related, and just keep on spewing it. And most people are never going to do background check on anything you say. And the very few people that actually do is not a lot. And if they make a YouTube video about you, who cares? Because most of your content creators are not going to, most of the people who watch you are not going to watch those videos.
Yeah.
And it's very easy to do. It's like a gish gallop, where you basically say a bunch of things, like a bunch of facts and stuff like that, and without verifying it. And now the person's forced to research all the things you just said, wasting time. But the person's spewing so much shit, it's too fast for you to verify, and that's what he basically does.
Some of them have embraced a rigorous defense of Brian Koberger under the guise of innocence until proven guilty. They have to do that to keep their content machines going, because let's face it, Idaho 4 is a money machine for them. But if they're going to prove his innocent or keep making arguments for his innocence, they have to cast suspicion and sometimes outright accuse other people. In most cases, these accusations require conspiracies involving government, law enforcement, and criminal organizations all coordinated.
Yeah, Truth and Transparency did say it during the Idaho. She said that the cartel had something to do with it. Yeah, I remember that.
With each other. As if the Idaho murders were taking place in a new series called Narco North America or some shit like that. This is wrong. Of course it is. But repercussions for such things on social media have a lengthy lag. Kiely Rodni's disappearance was last summer, and we're just now starting to see the repercussions of the horrific conspiracies that put her family and her community into hiding from Ryan Church's Creek Squad and people like him on YouTube who were doing similar things. It also takes an immense amount of strength and resilience for a family to survive such a tragedy and be torn apart on social media, then come back to hold one of the primary aggressors accountable. Filing a lawsuit against Ryan Upchurch will be seen by him and his followers as a whole new reason to target them. And they know it. And that's why they deserve as much support and encouragement as possible.
Unfortunately, the social media frenzy has become such a monster that our teens are suffering. And we want to create a safe space for them to heal together without fear of something being taken out of context. To anyone who gains pleasure or satisfaction from commenting online, I ask you to take a moment to look inward and to try to recognize your motive. Remember the three gates that all words should flow through. Is it kind? Is it true? Is it helpful? I implore you to remember that there is honor in silence and there is kindness in minding your own business. Or talking about the death of my child.
That's also why you should stop yourself the next time you're tempted to click on another link that you know is probably full of conspiratorial bullshit about a true crime case. When a creator says they're talking about true crime, but packages their content like this.
That's a boom.
Or this.
Hey, baby. I got my glass ready.
Yeah, that's Struck in Turkey. They were recently showcased on news about how they fucking wrongfully accused a vet of being the murderer in the Idaho 4 case.
In the Idaho, yeah.
And also they just spewed a bunch of conspiracy bullshit, and their channel grew exponentially. They literally had few hundred subs to now in the 30,000s, and they get tons of views and tons of people watch them. And they just basically cover Brian Koberger and conspiracy bullshit, and it's really fucked up. On the bottom is Truth and Transparency. She's a terrible bad actor and all this. She spreads conspiracies, and she is a very, very... She's definitely someone you don't want to be around or have her notice you, because she will go... She has one YouTuber has a lifetime order of protection from her, and she will make a lot of fucking... She will dox you. She will go after your family. She will go down and dirty.
She's an aggressive creator.
Yeah, very aggressive. That's why, and this particular content creator actually had to. You have a. Okay, there was a motorcycle in the background.
Oh, sorry. The weather's good, so all the bikers are out.
This particular content creator also is like Checkmate Humanity had to actually go to court to get because she had to deal with this person in court as well. So
That's too much.
this woman is really bad news. Yeah, she's really bad news.
I got some Fireball airport bottles just in case. You don't know where we're gonna go off, so you know.
Or this.
Because we have a whole fucking Sugar Baby 2023 series coming because duh, bitch, okay?
Think to yourself, is clicking on this link going to harm the victims? If you think of it as harmless entertainment, who could it hurt? Think again and find yourself another form of harmless entertainment. Because in true crime, we are dealing with real people who are going through real tragedies. And it's beyond amoral to make it worse for our own enjoyment and financial fortification. If you got something out of this video, please hit that like button and please subscribe.
I think it was well said.
Yeah.
Well said to the point.
And I made sure, just make sure you subscribe to Checkmate Humanity and watch her videos. She does really good work and she understands the algorithm because unfortunately, a lot of people don't realize that YouTube is basically pushing these conspiracies and these channels to grow exponentially faster. And it happens. Look at Tyler Feller. I remember when he had less than 20,000, he had 20,000 subs and now he's got almost 70,000. What do you think that's for? The algorithm. Mm-hmm. And it's unfortunate that, it's unfortunate these channels just keep on continuously growing. And Ryan Upchurch capitalized on it. His channel grew. He made a lot of money. He claimed it in his complaint. And it's fucking, I hope he loses. I think like it's going to be a tough fight. I really stand with the family. I think the family's doing something really brave going against Ryan Upchurch.
Oh yeah. I really hope like in time that Gannon's father does something. I understand it's too soon. I get it. Take your time to find normality now and peace. But there's a lot of YouTubers out there that put the title of their, of their channel as true crime, but all they're doing is crossing the line. There's no respect for the family, for the victims, for the investigation, for the police, for anybody. It's just like a three-ring circus. And I think, to me, that's not true crime. To me, that's just, you're creating drama and stress. And every time anybody does a true crime, a show or anything, have respect. Think about what if the mother is watching? What if the father is watching? What if the siblings are watching? Or their kids? What if the kids are watching? Just think ahead before you start posting stuff.
Yeah, I think you said it very well, Tony. I hope that the court case actually sets a precedent, and I hope it scares a lot of these users, because now a lot of these true crime YouTubers are multimillionaires like Ryan, and they don't want to get hit with a lawsuit. Speaking of lawsuit, we're about to end it. I think Burnt Toast is going to go live in 2 hours. I think 8:30. She's going to go through the countersuit claim, countersuit from Queen Bee.
Okay.
Very entertaining. I'm going to put the link in for Burnt Toast. If you're not already subbed, you should definitely sub to Burnt Toast. Very good channel. It's probably going to be very funny because she's going to go through it. And I think she has always a unique, she does it very unique, her content in comparison to other people. I know a lot of people probably read the complaint already.
She has very smart commentary on things. She's a very smart woman.
Yeah, I agree, PJ. I agree, lighting. I agree. Yeah, and also, this show's a little bit different. I didn't want to start just reading the complaint because honestly, there's 20 YouTubers that did the same thing. I just wanted to kind of just do it, discuss it, kind of have a little discussion, show a couple of videos. But if you really watch someone that read the complaint pretty well, I would say definitely I would watch Down the Rabbit Hole News. We recommended that channel earlier. That's the best one, in my opinion, because as an actual attorney sitting there explaining things, and I think that's really informative, and it gets you an idea of slander and libel and all that stuff. I particularly recommend Dolly, and a lot of other people watch it because it's very interesting. And, I think hopefully...
Did you say you recommend Dolly?
No, I recommend Dolly watches it. No, I don't
recommend Dolly watches it. Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say, woo, did you just have a stroke?
I used some of Dolly's soap. Oh, no.
There you go.
I got a package I got paid off by Dolly. I got a box of soap.
I was about to say, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I know, right? I fucked up. I had a seizure just now. I says I recommend Dolly to watch it. I recommend Betty to watch it. I recommend everyone to watch it because it gives you an understanding. Brittany C says, I hope there is others that are going to take action against. Well, there might be, because there's an interesting thing during the lawyer. The lawyer says that they named Icamel and Zenime. And if I think, like, honestly, Icamel and Zenime should contact the attorneys for the parents and see if they can jump into the lawsuit as well. You know, I think it's very important that they kind of give their support that way. Because I think, like, people need to stand up against this. We really need to stop. Because, you know what I mean? Like, unfortunately, the only ramifications for these people is basically channels like this, channels like Queen Bee, clip channels that just basically highlight their bad behaviors and make fun of them or comment. But that really doesn't do that much.
They're not being held accountable. They need to be held accountable so you stop the cycle.
I mean, what's going to really stop these people is if they're not going to be able to make money or they're going to lose money.
It's doing it again.
Because what happens is they could try to silence small channels, strike them, get rid of them, sue them with frivolous lawsuits. But, like, I think, like, we really need people to start doing these lawsuits against these bad content creators so we can clean up these streets and have some sort of consequences to their actions so they stop it and it doesn't become profitable anymore. And, you know, I think that's very important. And I think the family is doing a service by suing Ryan Upchurch. I think they're very brave. And I hope them a lot of luck. I just don't like these other content creators that are supporting Ryan and saying they're on his side and they're giving him, and they're like, oh, freedom of speech. No, what Ryan did was wrong. He knows it's wrong, and it's got to stop. You know,
It's too much.
Families. Yeah,
it's
too
too much.
families.
I hate when people are like freedom of speech. But if it was you and it was your family, your daughter, are you going to sit there and say it's okay and it's freedom of speech? No. The only reason why you're not and you're saying freedom of speech is because it's not you. That's why.
Yeah, agreed. Anyway, that's it for the show. We're gonna, we'll see you next time.
Yep. Y'all keep safe and have a good week. We'll be here Thursday. I don't know what we're doing Thursday, but a lot can happen. A lot can happen.
I don't know who's else gonna be sued. I don't know.
Like, I don't know. It's in the cards.
Maybe Dolly's gonna be sued by like
I don't
fucking
know.
the Kiely Rodni family. Who knows?
We have no idea.
Maybe Zav Girl. I mean, Zav Girl definitely is she's got like a real bad situation. If I was her, I would start deleting shit at this point. But I don't know. I have a feeling Zanime probably contact them. I think Zanime should definitely contact them. And I think
I think Zanime got the brunt of the harassment. Wasn't she the one who had to dip out of YouTube for a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she got the brunt of it. Love you, Grandma. Thank you all for watching and joining us in this conversation. I do have to, it bears repeating. Please do not go attack, Ryan or the families or anything like that. Don't attack his fans. We all have freedom of an opinion. But just be a little bit smart and respect the family during this time. I'm adorable. Thank you, Grandma. But yeah, that's our show, and we'll be back on Thursday, God's willing.
See you guys.
Bye.